Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. In today's session, we will complete lesson 6 and 7, means unit 6 and 7 of your GK textbook, that is life skills and science and technology. First of all, let's take a view on the topics we will cover in this unit. Okay, so in unit 6, you will learn about basic first aid, non-verbal communication and public speaking. And in unit 7, you will learn about history of electricity, deficiency diseases, Roman suffix and technology and their founders. Okay, so let's start with first chapter of unit 6, that is basic first aid. What is first aid and why it is important? Suppose any of a person can fall sick and get injured in any matter of seconds, and the basic knowledge of first aid helps save life and prevent such situation from getting worse. Okay, and the basic first aid can be administered by anyone until an adult or professional medical assistance arrives. So in this chapter, some steps are given. You have to identify that you have to do that work on that situation or not. So first is, while lifting a kettle of water, some hot water spills on your hand, turning it red. So what you will do? You might have experienced this. So what you will do? Will you immediately apply ice on the burn, or you will place a burnt area under the cool running water, or you remove any cloth, watch and jewelry that is near the burnt area, or you burst the blisters that may form on the burnt area. So of course, that option second and third means first you have to place the burnt area under the cool running water and then remove the cloth, watch or jewelry that is near that burnt area. Okay, so these two basic first aid you can give to any person that may burn with hot water. Second situation, your classmate's nose suddenly start bleeding and there is no teacher in the class. Then what you will do? Will you help the classmate to sit straight on the chair and ask her to slightly lean forward, or you help the classmate lie down or tilt his or her backward? You will tell the classmate to breathe only through nose, or you will tell the classmate to pinch the bottom part of the nose with index or thumb finger. So the correct steps that you will take, that help the classmate to sit straight on the chair and ask him and her to slightly lean forward. Okay, so this is the basic first aid you can give to the person that if the nose bleeding starts. Next situation, Ankita and Millie are riding their bicycles. Anika's bicycle skids and she gets a cut on her leg. It is bleeding slightly. So what should Millie do? Millie should immediately put a band-aid on the cut to stop the bleeding, or Millie should help Anika wash the wound with soap and water. Millie should wash her hand before and after helping her friend clean the wound. And Millie should use any roll-up cloth to apply the pressure on the wound to stop bleeding. Of course, that last one is wrong. You should not apply any cloth to stop the bleeding. It should be clean cloth. Second, immediately put the band-aid is the wrong first aid. Okay? Immediately you will not put the band-aid. First, wash it with soap and water, and after that wash your hand also before and after cleaning the wound of your friend. Fourth situation, your brother has returned home after playing in the park under the hot sun. He is sweaty, dizzy and has a high temperature. So these are the signs of a heat stroke. So what you will do? Move him to the cool area, tighten his clothes, give him cold aerated drink or coffee, or give him lots of water to drink. That last three is wrong, that is tighten their clothes or immediately serve the cold drinks or coffee, or tell him to drink lots of water. फर्स्ट that you have to do that move him in the cool area, ठीक है, not cold, cool area, normal temperature. Fifth situation, in some cases you may need to call the emergency medical number after giving the first aid to the person. Okay, so what details should you give over the phone? What are the things that you inform on the emergency number? First, your name and medical history. So there no need of tell your name or yours medical history because you are calling from the other person. So the address of the exact location you are at. Yes, this is important. You have to give the exact location of the address so they can come. Your neighbor's phone number. No need to give the neighbor's phone number. Detail of the emergency, this you will give. So two things you have to tell in the emergency medical number, that the exact location, and second, detail of the emergency, that what happened. Okay, so these are the some basic first aid that you can apply on the person if they need immediate help. After that you can call the emergency medical number. Okay, now second chapter is about non-verbal communication. Non-verbal means besides words we use facial expressions, body postures, gestures, eye movement, touch, and use of space to communicate our feelings and intentions. So these all are the non-verbal signals that is a form of our body language. So there are some body postures are given, some are positive, some are negative, you have to identify. First is smile, means while talking to others you have to smile. Is it true? Means is it positive or negative body language? It is a positive body language. Okay, so where I had marked the tick mark, that is positive, and for cross mark, that is for negative. Folded arms, this is the negative body language, to talk with other while folding your arms. Maintaining eye contact while speaking, yes, this is a positive body language. It shows the confidence that you maintaining the eye contact while speaking with others. Furrowed eyebrows, this is wrong. Avoiding eye contact, some persons have habit of asking with others or talking with others with avoiding eye contact. This shows the loss of confidence. So while talking to others, you have to maintain the eye contact. Standing straight, it is a true posture while talking. Slouching means someone is talking to you and you are saying that down the ground. This is the wrong posture. Flinging head, this is a bad habit also, to flinch your head every time. Firm shake means softly shake hands when you are greeting to others. Okay. Now in next chapter, that is about public speaking. Public speaking, being able to speak clearly and confidently, it is an important skill. But while seem daunting at first, but with regular practice one can become an effective and confident public speaker. Means first time if you are coming to a stage to speak, to show your points of view on any topic, you may hesitate, but with the regular practice of it, you can be an effective and confident public speaker. Means you can speak in front of everyone. So a good person should public speaking skills is called an orator. So here some things are given that you have to do's or don'ts of the public speaking. Means what you have to do or what you should not do while speaking in public. You have to mention should or should not. First, I prepare well before giving a presentation. That of course you should prepare a well before giving a presentation. Before giving presentation on any topic, it should be well prepared. Should not fresh and shuffle my feet. This already in previous chapter I had showed that fizzing is a bad habit. Third, should not carry a serious look during the presentation. During giving your views to the audience, your face should not look like serious. It should be smiling on your face and confident. Should appear calm and confident. should not hide my face behind the mic or paper. While talking to others, don't do that to hide your face or behind the mic or papers. Do the eye contact with audience. Yes, next is make eye contact with the audience. Second, I should speak in clear voice that can be heard in the back row as well. Yes, always speak in clear voice. Should not speak very slowly and softly. Yes, talking softly is a good habit, but while you are a public speaker, you are talking in between the public or you are giving a presentation, your voice should be loud and clear. Third, should use many hand and face gesture to convey my point of view to the audience. Yes, you can do this. By the hand and face gesture, you can convey your point to the audience. Should not speak fast. You have to speak slowly but confidently, not too slowly, that can be understood for the audience. You should ask audience questions. Okay, after giving a presentation or after conveying your point of view, you can ask to audience that is they are agree to your point of view or not. Third, last one, should not speak for a long time or exceed the time limit. If time limits are given to you that you have to speak for 6 minutes, it should be 6 minutes, but do not exceed for 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, collect the point of view, well prepare your presentation within your time limits that you can complete it, you can convey your all the points of view that you want to tell to audience in the given time. Okay, a good opening of sentence means how you start your presentation catches the attention of audience. Okay, and it creates a good impression also, means how you start your articles or speech. So this is all about the unit 6. Now moving towards unit 7, science and technology. In the unit 7, first chapter is about history of electricity. So crosswords are given here and hints are also given in your book. With the help of hint, you can identify the words. First hint is, it is an electrical unit. An electrical unit is named after this physicist. The unit of electricity is ampere. So ampere, A-M-P-E-R-E. Second, this safety device was invented by Thomas Edison to protect electrical power system from the harmful effect over current. So to prevent from the overcurrent, one device is made, that is fuse, F-U-S-E. Third, it is a form of electricity discovered by a Greek philosopher and mathematician named Thales around 600 BCE. That is static, S-T-A-T-I-C. Fourth one, through Thomas Edison is popular. Before inventing it, Joseph Swan invented its first unstable version. Means Thomas Alva Edison prepared the bulb, but unstable version of it, that is light bulb. Fifth, in 1600, William Gilbert introduced this term to his text D magnet, and that term is electricity. Sixth, it was proved a form of electricity by the famous US statesman Benjamin Franklin. That form of electricity, it is lightning. Seventh, the electric device invented by Samuel Morse help in long distance communication. So electric device for long distance communication is telegraph. Eighth, Luigi Galvani used this animal to discover animal electricity, that is frog. Ninth, it is the surname of the physicist who created the first simple battery, used pure silver and zinc disk, that is Volta, and that name is given Volt. So scientist's surname is Volta. 10th, it is the surname of English scientist who discovered that an electric current could be produced by passing a magnet through the copper wire. This is Faraday. Faraday has proved that we can create the current by we can produce the current by passing the magnet through copper wire. Okay. One instrument is used, that is electrocardiography, ECG. It is used to measure the electrical activity of heart. Okay. Next chapter is about deficiency disease. What are deficiency disease? In science also you had learned that deficiency disease, the disease caused by the deficiency of several kinds of vitamins or minerals in our diet. So lack of certain nutrients in the body over a period of time that cause the deficiency diseases. It do not spread from person to person. It can be prevented by eating a balanced diet, means that is deficient in our diet. So if we take that vitamin and minerals in our diet, we can cover it. And that balanced diet should be consist of vitamin and minerals in right proportion. Okay. So here some conversations are given between nurse and the doctor regarding some deficiency disease. You have to identify the disease and how to correct it also. Okay. Means how it forms. So first conversation, that nurse: doctor, the patient suffers from blurred vision. Blurred vision means he is not able to see clearly. She cannot see properly in the dark and in place with dim light. What could be wrong? In science, we had learned that the patient is suffer from night blindness, means person is not able to see in dark and dim light. And how it caused? It is caused by the deficiency of vitamin A. Okay. So what she will do? She must include foods like carrot, papaya and spinach in her diet. Next case, nurse: doctor, this patient feels weak and tired. He becomes breathless after engaging in simple physical activities, and his skin also look pale. What could be wrong? So that patient is suffer from anemia. And how it caused? It is caused by the deficiency of iron in the diet. So the person must include the fruits like pomegranate, apple, green leafy vegetables and dry fruits and nuts in the diet. Next case, the gums of this patient hurt and often bleed. So bleeding of gums, that patient is suffering from scurvy, and it is caused by the deficiency of vitamin C. So what she should take? She must include food like carrot, papaya and spinach. Fourth, the patient always tired. He has bow-shaped legs and his bones break easily. So weak bone, have you heard about it? The patient is suffer from rickets, and it is caused by the deficiency of vitamin D. So he must drink milk, eat foods like cheese, curd and egg, and regularly exposed to sunlight. Why sunlight? Because sunlight is the good source of vitamin D. Next case, the patient has an enlarged belly and often complain of diarrhea. He has poor appetite and feels tired most of the time. He shows stunt growth and has low muscle mass. What could be wrong? The patient is suffering from kwashiorkor, and it is caused by deficiency of protein. So he must eat food like egg, cheese, lentils and dry fruits, fish that contains a lot of protein. Okay. Now moving towards next chapter, that is domain suffix. Domain in computer. Domain name is given to identify the website. Like if you are typing URL www.google.com, then that google.com is the domain name. Means, and that .com, we are using .com, this is the domain suffix. So suffix help us to identify the domain names on the internet. Suppose if I am written that if on internet it is given .com, then that .com is for commercial. .net, .net is for network. .org, it is for non-profit organization. .edu. It is for educational. .biz business. .info information. .gov governmental. .uk United Kingdom. .au Australia, and .mil military. Okay, so these are the some domain names are given here. Domain suffix are given, you have to identify the domain name. Now next is about technology and their founders. Some technologies are given here: Apple computer, WhatsApp, Amazon, Facebook. You have to identify their founders. Okay, so first is about Apple computer. Apple computer, it is invented by Steve Jobs, Ronald Young, and Steve Wozniak. Third option. Second, WhatsApp. WhatsApp was invented by Jan Koum and Brian Acton. These two had invented the WhatsApp. Next, SpaceX. SpaceX, Elon Musk. Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. Paytm, Vijay Shekhar Sharma. Google, Larry Page and Sergey Brin. And Microsoft, of course, Bill Gates. Okay, so I hope you understood very well these two units, that is about some basic skills about first aid and basic gestures while speaking in public speaking, how to communicate, non-verbal communication, about the history of electricity, deficiency diseases, some domain suffix, and technologies and their founders. Okay, so in next chapter, in next session, we will do the next unit about the reasoning. You have to also try to solve it, because it is about the reasoning, solving maths. It's lots of fun to solve maths with the reasoning. Okay, so try to solve it. In next session I will explain that chapter.